Stop! Now! Well, that's something.
Well,
Told you.
what? Alright, it's rolling right now.
Alright, guys. We get requests all the time to do investigations of people's houses and places they work and places they grew up and stuff like that. And unfortunately, we have to decline most of those purely based on our caseload. I mean, right now, as it is, we're booked through basically the end of the year. And this particular case is a client who's been a fan of PSP since basically the beginning, and he's been very insistent and very persistent about us investigating his house. And we're like, okay, look, we'll get to it. The claims are pretty amazing, and you'll see in the interview. But something has sort of expedited our timetable. They're having to, let's say this, unexpectedly move out of the house. As far as I understand, this is their last opportunity to film and maybe potentially experience some of the things they have. So I'm going to interview the homeowner and his wife, girlfriend, his significant other, fiance, and we're going to see if we can touch in on some of the claims, and then we're just going to dive right in. We're gonna kill the breaker. We're gonna go old school. And I want to thank another fan that we have, Russ. I'm going to leave it fairly anonymous. He's out of Texas. And when I say we have the best fans, I really mean it, because right now Kenny is filming on a camera that was donated to us, a production camera, just like the one that was stolen, one of the ones that was stolen. We lost two, we're back up to one. And he's holding it right now. So Russ, thank you, man, and I'll be back. All right, guys, here we are. We're with the homeowners. As I've said, unfortunately, this is kind of a closing window, and this is our last opportunity to kind of take advantage of maybe documenting some of the claims they've said that have been going on here for quite a long time. I haven't done a formal introduction per se, so I'm going to do it on camera. Dylan?
Derek Collette.
Dylan?
Catherine Spillman.
All right, guys. The claims of this house are probably right at the top of the list of the ones that we've heard. You want to kind of give me, we got about 3 minutes, we kind of use in the beginning of episodes to talk about it. You want to kind of give us a short version of, because I know the list is long.
We built this house. This house was built in 1964, and the neighborhood was fairly new at the time. But when I was a little boy, I remember laying in my bed and hearing footsteps in the hall. And just recently, what really got me to really bug the hell out of y'all was I had these two heroin addicts in here. I was trying to help them get better. And they were sleeping in my mom's bedroom, which was my sister's bedroom growing up. And one morning, it was a Saturday morning, I thought they were being lazy. They wouldn't come out of the room. So I knocked on the door and said, y'all, what's wrong? It was like past the time they normally get up. And they were terrified. And I said, what's wrong? And they said, well, Brandon said, I stood right here, and you know how you get that feeling when someone's standing behind you and they're not saying anything, but you know they're there? Sixth sense is what it is. Sure. And he was like, he was terrified. They never slept in that room again. They started sleeping on the couch. That's why they had to go, because I get up early sometimes and I cook breakfast, and this is my house, and I'm gonna do what I want. And so Jen, the girl, this girl she made a 27 on her ACTs. Okay, so me and her were in my truck driving, and she said something touched my butt. She was from Arkansas. Something touched my butt, you know. I said, and I said, well, what'd she look like? And she said, short with dark curly hair. That was my sister. She never met my sister. My sister was dead before she even came into my life. And they both saw the same thing. And they said there was a presence in there, and then they saw a gold flash go across the room. You both said this. You know, you're dealing with people with drug problems, so, you know, one of them's not credible, but two of them I believe.
Okay.
And that's my sister. She didn't want them here. That's the way I figured. She knew they were dangerous, and they were after our family's money and all that stuff, so she scared the hell out of them and got them out of here. And I mean, ever since Kathy's been here, she's seen and stuff, and her daughter's been affected by this. And I'll let her tell you the story about what happened to Taylor.
Well, we'll hand it over to you.
I hear noises in the attic.
What kind of noises?
Like somebody's walking around.
Now, can you walk around the attic, or is it too low?
You can. There's plywood up there. You can walk.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
which Which means if you've seen any of our previous episodes, that means
My daughter was,
I'll be sent up there.
My daughter was taking a shower and she locked the bathroom door and secured the door real good. All of a sudden the door comes wide open. And they were both outside and so was I. And she came out and she told me, she said, Mama, somebody just opened the door. She said nobody, when I looked, she said nobody was there. And the main thing I do is I watch my cat. My cat goes in different spots, and like that bedroom is real cold.
What is the area of the house that you think is the most active?
My sister died right out there on the ground. She fell flat on her face of a massive heart attack on February 4th, 2012. And I think me and her had sibling things because she was involved with the heroin addict and whatever. And I couldn't come around because it would have been a fight from my mother. So the day that she died, we didn't fight the whole day. It was like she was cleaning up her messes, her sibling messes with her brother. Because I was the only one on earth that she trusted completely with everything.
Now, how many people are associated, or how many people have passed away on this property?
Dawn was right out there. My mom died of natural causes in that bedroom from Alzheimer's, and it was Generations Hospice was involved in everything. That was
Now, I wanted to add that I've gotten emails from this street before.
From people
From-
talking about this house or from other houses?
From other houses that were wanting investigations and asking questions and sending photos.
So you're telling me there are other people on this street that have had activity in the house, their respective homes?
Yes.
That's interesting.
I think I told. I think
know about this land. Is this?
I'm getting ready to tell you. That railroad line is right out there. That's the Chicago New Orleans line. It's been there since before the Civil War.
That's
There's
interesting.
ruins out in the woods. I used to play in those woods when I was a kid. And we found ruins of houses. We dug up a bunch of antique bottles out there. So.
All right.
All right. So that's going to be that's a full night's worth of work right there.
We're gonna cut this.
And we'll cut now. We'll pick up with I guess the beginning of the session. Since we're not doing any setup, we're not doing any DVR.
Well, we're gonna do an EMS sweep after we turn the breaker off, I guess, and
yeah,
see.
sounds good.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys. Okay, so we're kind of doing a basic walk around initially. I know Kenny wants to do an EMF sweep once we kill the breaker. We're just kind of talking to the homeowners here out on the patio, about to kind of start our thing. And I said, well, if you want to go, there's a shed in the back that's got a pentagram for the rituals that the ex used to perform here, which, you know, if you've kept up with PSP, you know we're really not really into that kind of thing. So let's go see. I haven't looked at it yet.
I think it was engraved.
In the
I've never
concrete?
seen- I've never seen the insignia,
Where's he talking about?
but I think it'd be like right in the center of the floor.
Okay,
The
it's-
most convenient spot for my mom to draw that.
So if that was the case, you're probably standing right on top of it, but
Well, yeah, why wouldn't
the
that be?
camera's not gonna
Well, if I see it, if I can kind of put my eyes on it, I'll acknowledge it. But well, I'm not going to hide my lack of disappointment. I mean, I kind of don't want to see it, but
Yeah.
I do.
Well, I mean, if the place is very active tonight, that may be part of it, but
Yeah, well, we both know. We all know that can be a trigger.
yeah, I can't. It's too dark.
Even with my flashlight, I'm not seeing it. So
Yeah.
What she did was she put a curse on a guy named Andy.
We,
It screwed my family out of some money.
yeah, we can't
See
see
traces
it, though.
of it somewhere. This is
We're
what
gonna have-
happened
we'll
right
read about
here.
that last
I
night.
watched her do
It's
it.
probably faded.
And she did it with chalk and stuff.
I see a circle
There's
right
something
there.
there. Trust me.
here,
I see it, yeah, a circle right there.
I wouldn't let her do it in the house.
Yeah, actually I can see it in the IR with the IRs.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, I can see the circle, part of the
All right.
circle. I
I'm
don't
trying
know.
to get rid of it. That's why I had this place anointed and
Yeah.
everything after she left.
Well,
I think that was part of it right there. All right, then.
everybody that's watched more than 2 episodes knows, and I'm being so redundant here saying the same thing over and over again, but we need to not even basically, we need to have the property to ourselves to contain audio, video, and all the different things that could potentially make false positives for evidence. So right now, as far as I understand, Terry, our homeowner, is going to sequester, because I always use that word, the fiance and the children to the neighbor's house. And I asked if they can do it into the wee hours, and they said for as long as we need, and so hopefully that pans out. If not, it wouldn't be the first time we shut down an investigation. That ruckus?
Yeah. That's not going to happen.
I know.
It's still early, so I think when they get everybody in and everything, it'll be all right.
Anyway, so, he's pretty passionate and pretty adamant about being here. Honestly, most of the time, I try not to do that. But, we're going to do it here and see if we can find some hot spots. But
Focus problem. I don't know what's the deal.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be me and y'all. That's it. So they can all they want.
Okay, there you go.
Hey, I'm sorry.
But hey, I'll give y'all a DVD and they can watch it. And
I know
they'll,
they do. This is, if we don't do it right, it's not worth doing at all.
You know, we're Christians. We came here with God in our heart.
We drove 5 hours to Clarksdale, Mississippi for an investigation, and we turned it down
Because of what?
because the environment was not contained. They had their mama, their daddy, their brother, their sister.
Two
their
dogs. Two dogs. a
Two
cat.
dogs, their
A
cat.
2-year-old. All right, so we're gonna go kill the breaker because we can't have basic sounds like a compressor from a refrigerator, things like that. This is us right here.
and you got your flashlight on so we
I
don't
do.
kill ourselves. It should be just one main. Oh, okay. They don't have a main. Okay, it's outside. All right.
One more. What's this bottom one?
You do okay too. I'll do this one.
Well, tell them what we're doing, Kenny.
Well, anyway, we're fixing to sweep the house for EMF. Make sure there's no EMF.
Cell phones off.
Yeah,
Cell phone's off.
the
Okay.
breaker's off, and it shouldn't have any EMF if the breaker's off. So.
Correct.
All right, so
Well, let's.
let's start. Let's go ahead and start in here right quick. Do a sweep of the house. What that means is, if it does go off, it's most probably paranormal. You checking? Can you find anything?
Negative.
Negative.
Not even a blip.
That's really what I'm hoping for, secretly. But I know better.
Good clean sweep. I want to check this burner box. I know it's off.
Of course. Well, you might get a hot.
Yeah,
Just because the other side of that.
it's fairly.
I'm gonna walk next door.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's moving, but that's it. Just to get
But
the
because
wall-
you still have a little juice from the pole coming
Exactly.
to them. Okay.
Exactly. So
I'm getting a negative in here. Now he did say, do you want to come and listen? There's an area down here at the bottom of this closet that he said, for lack of a better understanding, there may be a portal.
okay.
Okay. So I'm going to see if we can get any kind of. There's a hole that opens up.
Can you see the?
You're not going to be able to see the hole.
Oh.
But there's a hole that opens up to outside
Really?
behind the board here.
That's weird.
And he said, it is what it is. But so far, we're at a negative for anything.
I wouldn't be surprised if they may have had a hot water heater there before or air conditioner.
He actually said it started off, I think, as a termite hole where they were doing termite treatment, which makes sense.
One reason why I like using these is the meter is more accurate than the lights.
I'm getting nothing.
Yeah, that's good. All right.
Yeah, it's
No EMF leaks. From no
Alright.
power. So we're
No, I mean that's. I mean, so far I'm content that there's nothing on. Yeah, let's do this. Why don't you get your EMF meters and set them up in each room? How many do you have here on property?
We'll count them in a minute.
Spread them out,
One,
and
two,
then
and
we'll come back around because we'll be able to hear it no matter what because it's a relatively small house, which is good because our team is a little bit smaller than normal right now. So yeah, I'm content that there's no anomalous magnetic fields right now.
yeah, I checked. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm content.
So anyway, just spread them out, or should we put them in specific rooms?
Kenny, give me a second here. Let me.
Which one?
I don't know. I just wonder if maybe. I'm gonna put this here. You know what? Why don't you put an EMF there because I don't remember that being discussed as to why that's
The hatchet?
by the door.
Is that bloodstain?
I don't. That's not. I hope not.
Oh.
So our homeowner went next door to be with his family for a little bit. I'm gonna. No. I don't want any surprises like we had at. So I'm gonna lock the doors.
Oh yeah.
Could you maybe sit right there? He and I'll sit in the doorway, and we're just kind of like at a neutral position in the house. We'll put down our equipment here and just start a little seated EVP session.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
if we hear a sound come out of the room, we're gonna hear it. in
It's
here.
early. It's really early. So how's your battery looking?
117 minutes.
Okay. Well, let's do this. You comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Here we go. EVP session in the hallway.
It is. It's early. It is 11:37 p.m. So here we are. We've pretty much addressed the claims, which are pretty much all over the map. I haven't heard as much in the way of voice. The claims being voices or apparitions or doors closing, but that's not true. I say that. One of the family members that didn't want to necessarily be on camera said that she did have an experience of seeing things at her foot, at the
Right.
foot of her bed.
Yeah.
So let's just start from scratch. My name's Dylan. I am an investigator. This is Kenny. This is Melissa. We're all here for the same reason. The family's asked us to come here and try and document some of the things that are going on here. Is if there's someone here with us, which we're sure there is, can you please tell us your name?
You heard that?
What'd y'all hear?
Just like a house creaking noise, but we'll see. We're not here to harm you. We don't have the ability to do that. Now, that being said, you can't harm us either. So we have an opportunity to communicate in a way that maybe you can't typically if people don't have this equipment with them. You can talk to us. You can touch us. You can interact with us in almost any way. But what you can't do is you can't leave with us. So basically, you have a small window here, maybe a couple of hours. But when we're gone, and you're still here. It's non-negotiable. We have too good a relationship with God to allow us to have something like you attached to us. It's just not an option. So use your time wisely with us.
And if they're here because of the family that's here, the family's moving out. They're gone. They're leaving. They're leaving for good.
You have a message for them? You'll see this green light in front of us. And basically what that is a device that's designed to pick up the presence of, well, for lack of a better word, people that aren't alive anymore. And I would imagine it's probably difficult for you to communicate in any way, whether it's verbally or physically. But if you go to this device, more than likely it's going to pick up the things that we can't pick up on. So next to that device is another that is basically a tape recorder. And if we can't hear you, if you're talking to us right now, the way this works, I heard something again this way, this room.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I know earlier it sounded like somebody went like a slide across the floor or something. Shuffling.
You see something?
No.
Dylan?
I don't know. I don't want to address it just yet. You're good. Don't worry. I know
Okay.
it's behind you.
But shine a flashlight on that.
Let me finish. Let me kind of.
I'll make sure it's recording because there's no light.
It isn't.
I pressed record. I saw it recording.
Maybe something's messing with it.
See, I just look at it. It's not recording.
User error, no doubt. So what I was saying earlier about the device that's a tape recorder, disregard that. Maybe we can get our tech expert over here to turn on the tape recorder.
This thing does stay. It does what it wants. It seems.
Does it?
Now it's working.
No, it says. Wait,
I know.
did that say 6 minutes and 20 seconds of tape?
Yeah, and
Yep.
and it was blank. I erased this. I erase them every time I load into the computer. I erase them.
We've been down here for about 6 minutes and 20
And
seconds.
it's
it
got
gonna
a full
keep that-
battery.
Is it going to keep that previous, or you just delete it?
It's gonna keep it.
Okay. Well, right. We're recording now. Look at.
Come on.
This isn't really one of the more complicated pieces of equipment that we
No.
have.
Anyway, can you see the numbers through
No,
the
but can you see
IR?
the red light?
You can see the red light, huh?
Yes, I have it
All
zoomed
right. So
in.
I guess basically it looks like we're some bumbling fools.
yeah.
But I promise we're professionals here.
Most of us.
Well, a third of us aren't, but that's.
EVP session hallway, Ponchatoula home. There.
All right. So anyway, like I was saying before, there's a red light now, which I guess I should have noticed the red light wasn't on before.
Yeah.
It wasn't. There's a red light next to the green light, and like I was saying, if we can't hear you, which obviously we can't right now if you're trying to communicate, this tape recorder allows us to come back later and listen, and we can hear things on that recorder that we can't hear with our own ears. If you have a message, if you want us to get the hell out of here, anything, now's your chance.
I could have swore somebody was standing just back there, like we're almost against the wall. It's on the side of that window.
Can you bang on one of these walls for us?
You heard it?
Mm-hmm.
I heard a little tick.
It was more like plastic. Maybe a rat maybe running across the floor and hit
Awesome.
one plastic bag.
Great.
Great. That's perfect. But do that. Do you have the ability to speak where people can hear you? Or I understand that at least one of you, and I don't know how many of you are here, have the ability to visualize or to present yourself visually. What can you do to let us know you're here?
House that one maybe.
It's a slab house.
Oh, I heard it. It went twice. Well, actually, you asked it to do something, and it did it.
I asked for a knock. I didn't ask for a.
Oh, okay.
Anything can make a. Want to see me change my underwear? Come beat on this door. I really would have to change my underwear or something. Beat on this door.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean to come across as angry.
I heard something.
I don't.
But I heard a voice first.
Did you hear a voice?
Yeah.
We got activity in here. That's 5 times. That's not, and it's not coming from any other part of the house.
Right.
And we're set to go.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah.
Goosebumps?
Yep.
But anyway, we're sitting in the hallway, and we're open to hear. We can hear anything come out of any room, most probably.
Yeah, I agree with that. And kind of one of the good things that I would say as far as audio goes, us being able to hear things, with the exception of some of the dogs barking, it's quiet as hell in this house.
Yeah.
And with these linoleum floors, sound is going to carry like crazy. So I'm optimistic, audio-wise.
Right.
Now, I've heard something in here 5 times. Are you avoiding us? Or are you attempting to join us? The homeowners have a cat that they wanted to have help us participate in the investigation, which is sweet. I love.
But they use dogs.
I love animals.
So why not use cats?
Okay. And then the cat's disappeared since we pulled up. They said the cat hightailed it out. Now, what we don't know, and this is a.
I think the cat's in here.
No. Did something just cross the?
I just saw something.
Okay,
No, I just saw something poke his head out right there.
What?
Yeah, is there a cat in here? Did you see?
That's where I was going with that.
What?
Look that way.
Did you just
Shine the camera that way.
I don't want to look.
Shine the camera, camera lady.
What the hell?
What are you doing? Stop.
I'm
Stop.
gonna get him. Go check. See if I see a cat.
Shut
Just let her shine the. Something broke this light. Something went. I'm
There's
gonna go
nothing
look
in
and
here.
see.
There's no cat.
Terry.
There's no cat.
Terry must have.
I didn't see that happen, but I was focusing on what I just saw.
No. Wait a minute. There's the only explanation is Terry's walking around. We locked the doors. The homeowner walked next door to go check on his family to make sure they're okay.
I need to get some footage of that area right here. Here, just watch. Yeah, I'll get it. Get him in the camera.
I hope. This is what I hope.
Hold on.
That here, catch me. I hope that whatever broke this, it's a street light.
Right.
But I'm gonna do it for lack of a better way. See my hand going across?
You sure it was that high?
All I know is the light that was to my left eye did this.
Right.
That was me.
Well, but I see light all below that. It'd have to be something really tall. to
Kenny,
get close.
something broke that light.
Right.
I'm gonna assume it's the homeowner.
Well, I just saw something poke his head out. Like I think we were just talking about the cat. Right there.
Well, that's where
at
I
the
was
bottom.
going. I said, look, they said the cat disappeared when we got here, but they don't know for sure if the cat left the house. Like, they don't know if the cat's inside or outside. They were outside looking for the cat, and the fiance was pretty upset. It's not an outside cat.
What the hell is it with us and cats?
I don't know.
That cat. I'm saying that cat. Well, if it was a cat, it didn't make any noise at all.
Well, there's that portal in there too, in the bathroom.
You know. I believe in stuff like that. It could be something coming in and out of a portal.
Well, I'm not very comfortable with that. I don't like
No. If you're nervous, we can spot places.
You always freak me out, though.
He does.
He does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I have proved to you.
Okay.
All right. What?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to be left sitting in the doorway, though, please. It's creepy.
All right, Kenny. Let's go in the room where his mother passed away. He said it was natural causes, which is great. You know, that you don't want to hear of any kind of because they've had enough tragedy here. But we did talk to the son, and the son said that really, sort of without provoking him, he says, "You want to go to the place where there's the most activity? Go in the room where my grandmother passed away, right in the doorway where the bathroom is there, because there's another bathroom. So let's go. Let's go in there. And, be as nice, just be nice. I mean, this is somebody's grandmother, somebody's mother, and let's just see if we can get her to, if she's around, come talk to us." You're
Where
back
are y'all
again?
gonna sit?
Right here.
I'll hold the camera and you and him do the song. I'll be happy to do that. I'm gonna put an EMF detector right there. All right, we're doing it's rolling 5 seconds. EVP session. It's really hard being in this hallway.
Why? Because you spooked?
Yeah, because the back of my back of my neck was just touched. I'm gonna hold the camera this time, so.
You want to sit down, or you'd rather be standing?
I'd rather be standing.
All right, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what the configuration is, but can you communicate with us with one of these devices? Terry has been very adamant about asking us to come document some of the things that are going on here. I don't know that it's necessarily been a negative thing, but I can tell that the family's been affected by the things that are going on here, and it seems like everyone's had an experience. Is that something you can offer to us, an experience? If I were to knock on this wall, could you complete the rest of what I'm knocking?
Okay.
I heard something, but I don't know that it was two, so I'm going
Yeah.
to disregard it.
It
But
sounded like it was coming out of this other room.
we're going to spend some time in that other room back there. I heard something.
something.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have a hard time, but I'm gonna deal with it.
That hallway was creepy.
Now, we also heard that there's potentially someone hiding in the attic. Are you hiding from us right now?
That sound just came out there.
On the next episode.
Flashing the wall.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Like something's walking. What?
Stop. Trying to close me.
What? The camera don't see much.
No, just shine in that room.
What's wrong with you?
Just shine in this room.